Good Sunday morning. It is January 6th, 2019, and this is the BMX Black Love news. And we are starting off with some news a lot of people will probably be relieved to hear. A suspect in Jazmine Barnes shooting has been charged with capital murder. A 20-year-old man has been charged with capital murder in the fatal shooting of 7-year-old Jazmine Barnes in the Houston area last month, and the police were pursuing the lead at least one other suspect, the authorities said. Now, this was printed this morning. This is from the New York Times. But according to other I'm going to have a link to this and many other articles. All the articles that I cover in this are going to be in the description. And I did see it on other sources. This right here is the BBC.com. Eric Black Jr. has admitted involvement in the shooting and has been charged with murder in the Harris County Sheriff's Office said this charged with murder, Harris County Sheriff's Office said in a statement. Investigators believe the attack on Jazmine's family could have been a result of mistaken identity. Now, in case you don't know, just a real quick briefing. And Sunday, somebody came up, not this Sunday, of course, but past Sunday. Someone shot at some people in the Walmart parking lot. It was during the holidays. These little girls were up. It was either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. It hits close to home. I lost a family member on Christmas Day in the shooting when I was a child. So this brought up a lot of emotions for me and a lot of other people. This people who were here in Texas, they were unarmed, on edge, high alert. We believed that this was initially most of us believed that this was a racially motivated shooting because it seemed like there was no motive at all. It seemed so senseless for someone to go up and shoot up a vehicle that has a woman and her four daughters in it. Unfortunately, a 7-year-old was murdered, a 6-year-old was shot, and the mother was also shot in the arm. Um, so this guy, according to all these sources I'm reading, Eric Black Jr. has admitted to involvement. I don't know if that means he's admitted to the shooting himself. And I know there has been at least another arrest. Let me see if it's here, if it's the BBC that reported this statement from Harris County Sheriff's Office said Eric Black had been arrested as the result of a tip-off. Investigators were continuing to pursue evidence that could possibly lead to other suspects being charged, the statement said. At this time, investigators do not believe Jazmine's family was the intended target of the shooting and that they were possibly shot as a result of mistaken identity. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and look at this next article. This is NPR. And like I say, all these links will be in the description of this video. Uh, is this the one that I saw where they had arrested two people at least? Police initially said that a white man in a red pickup truck. I have no tint in my window or anything. You can see there is a mother, a black mother with daughters, beautiful children, Washington told the CNN. DeAndre Hopkins, a wide receiver for the NFL's Houston Texans, pledged his check from Texans playoff game on Saturday to help Jazmine's family cover funeral expenses. The funeral is set for Tuesday. Sean King, a racial justice activist, wait a sec. Sean King, a racial justice activist, and Lee Merritt, a lawyer for Jazmine's family, have pledged a reward of $100,000 for information about the suspect's whereabouts. And I do believe I saw one of these articles said there was a second arrest, and they're investigating this pretty heavily right now. Hopefully, they have the right person. Um, and I hope they need to prove it. They need to have corroborating evidence. We want to see pickup truck. We want Jazmine's mother and the rest to be able to pick this guy out of a lineup. Is this guy admitting to this because he's crazy? Is he really the person that did it? Is he trying to get some attention? What's going on here? We want to find out the truth. Hopefully, they do catch the real person. This person has been charged with capital murder, by the way. And still, if you have any information, if you know anything about it, still come forward, man. We can't have this. We can't have this type of. We can't have this type of tension. We can't have women afraid to take their children to school. We can't be having people looking at each other all weird at the red lights. We drive friendly here in Texas, so we want to be able to keep doing that. And whoever killed this little girl, I hope that this leads to some kind of issue. If this was a black person, I hope this starts the dialogue that we need. There's too much violence and there's too much unaccountability. There's too many people that are just reacting. I was thinking that, this was either racially motivated or possibly road rage. They're saying it's possibly gang related. But either way, man, we need to just stop shooting bullets randomly. That is a serious problem we have in this country. We need to address it. Taking away guns isn't the answer. But I will say this, guns might be the answer for some of those of y'all who, this has you scared. You're thinking that maybe terrorists or whatever is going to come and shoot up your car. If you have all of your legal rights, get your guns. And this is, I especially am saying this to black women. A lot of y'all are good, decent human beings. A lot of y'all are law-abiding citizens. A lot of y'all have college degrees, no criminal records. Go to the gun range. See if it's something for you. Do a little research into it. Stop demonizing guns. And stop telling your children to never join the military or any of this other ridiculous stuff that you guys say whenever stuff like this happens. We have to be smart. And it's time that the good citizens arm themselves. Just because you're a mother and you live in a house with nothing but women doesn't mean that you can't be armed. Of course, you got to keep that firearm safe. You got to keep it away from the children. You have to let the children know how to, this is a dangerous weapon, but we need to start educating ourselves as far as guns go. Now, let's get to the second most popular story, surviving R. Kelly. I'm a little sick, obviously. Voice isn't projecting very clear. Allergies messing up. But excuse me, I want to get all this out. So, surviving R. Kelly, I saw the documentary. And I'm actually from Chicago. I'm real close to the same age as Aaliyah. We're a few months apart as far as our birthdays. Um, I never liked R. Kelly, and it blows my mind when other people didn't dislike R. Kelly. I'm watching this documentary, and I was watching a few people react to the video, and I'm beginning to understand people. I never really understood the fascination with R. Kelly. They say he's so great and blah 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 blah. He wrote some good songs, but how many artists have written great songs? How many great R&B artists? The way people put him on the pedestal like he's the greatest R&B, he's not even in the top 10. Anyway, I never really was a big fan. And then once, like I say, I'm like the same. I was in high school when R. Kelly was getting famous and blowing up. And when Aaliyah dropped Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, I didn't think that was cool. And I'm looking at it. I probably always looked at it, this is a grown man to me. Like I said, I'm about Aaliyah's age, so that means when he was like 27, 28, 29, I'm high school age. When he's like 25, I'm in grade school, elementary, and, you know. So there was nothing ever appealing about him. Everything about him creeped me out, and I think I speak on behalf. Well, I'm going to say it like this. I think most young black men that are real close to my age, Generation X kids, grew up in Chicago in the 80s and the 90s, we looked at R. Kelly like a pervert that we didn't want nowhere near us. Why would I? Yeah, I never thought that cool was cool. And I'm watching all these reactions. Some of these old dudes that I just can't help but look at like perverts. Man, you a pervert. I guess my generation, we was like the very beginning of that generation that was raised by intelligent, articulate women who were able to articulate to us just how horrible abusing a woman is. The other side of that. We didn't want anybody abusing our moms. We saw the pimps in the neighborhood, and I didn't like them. I look at these suckers that are liking that R. Kelly age, and a lot of these rappers are the same way. They promote pimping. They saw Goldie or the Mac or Superfly. I didn't see those movies till I was grown up. I didn't see those movies till I was like 18, 19, 20. I had already had girlfriends and everything, and I was looking at them. I looked at them dudes like they were cornballs, walking around in fur coats with high heel platform shoes. None of that was appealing to me. Looking like clowns to me. I saw those movies for the satire and the characters that they were. Never liked R. Kelly, never liked the pimp movement, never liked none of that. Never no appeal. And I think I speak for most brothers in this country, actually. We've been wondering what the hell is up with R. Kelly. It's just some sick people. We got some sick things in our DNA, man. And I recommend, reading these articles. And I see a lot of brothers don't support that. They're trying to crucify R. Kelly. Really? Crucify? Come on, man. That's strong language. They're trying to lynch R. Kelly. Man, that's pretty disrespectful to those who have been lynched. To say that this man who has gotten more than a fair share, more than a fair shot from the justice system, don't compare him to people like Emmett Till and, you know, um, it's getting me to do all this research. So this is R. Kelly's daughter, and this is 5 years ago. You see, this is on. I'm gonna put the link to this too, even though it's an old story. But that's R. Kelly's daughter, and you wonder about stuff like this. Is this girl so creeped out that she wanted to look as much like a boy as she could to keep her father from off of her? That's speculation right there. But like I say, I'm putting this link in the story. I'm also going to add a few things. I was very disturbed. I'm quite a bit younger than R. Kelly. But even people from his generation, Dame Dash, I believe Dame Dash was Aaliyah's second husband after she divorced R. Kelly. And it looks like he is just as disturbed as I was from watching that documentary.
Number one, there was a girl, and when she was even trying to talk about it, she couldn't. Yeah. And I remember Aaliyah trying to talk about it, and she couldn't. She just would leave it at that dude was a bad man. And I didn't really want to know what he did to the extent that I might feel the need, to approach, to just deal with it. Just because that's what a man does. But it just was so much hurt for her to revisit it. It was like, I wouldn't even want to revisit it without a professional. Whatever got done was terrible. And then what bothered me was, it was like, I watched John Legend be fearless about his opinion of it, regardless to politically how it may seem. But I've been tight about this shit for years. So to be honest, if you remember The Best of Both Worlds, you don't see my name on it. You know what I mean? And your name is not on either album. Hell no, I never wanted no parts of that. So Mahomes.
So I wanted to play that for a couple reasons. One, I see a lot of black women, or at least what seems like a lot of black women in these comment sections on YouTube and on Facebook, steady saying over and over again that R. Kelly got away with what he got away with because nobody cares about black women. And as a black man, like I say, from Chicago, from that era, I want to be, maybe the first one to say this, so, on YouTube to put this out there, but we care. I know you see these clowns on YouTube. They got popular YouTube channels talking about black women. Those dudes are rejects. Those dudes were rejected by black women, and now they resent black women. So now they act like black women. And I'm talking about these professional YouTube bitches. These dudes that get on YouTube and bitch about women. Women are mean and women are whatever. Basically these male feminists, male melanists, whatever, these MGTOW dudes, these red pill dudes, they're mad, jealous, whatever, but for the most part, men love women. And this disgusts most men. And I don't know why R. Kelly was famous for so long as he was. I never liked him. Damon Dash, clearly, like he said, he wanted to handle him. And he he don't even want to deal with it without professional help. He probably, I don't know if he means just, he don't even want to talk about it, Anyway, it's really upsetting. It's really ugly. Like I say, these would have been girls that would have been my peers and my classmates. I would not be cool with no 27-year-old dude coming around here trying to holler at the same women that my teenage behind was hollering at. I'm trying to keep this clean and PG. But this link will be in the description. Also, let's stay on the subject of R. Kelly for a second. So you have that video, and you have another video with the radio host or the YouTuber Tasha K.
I told my mom, I said, I don't want, I said, do you have to go to work? I remember asking her that.
At 6 years old.
Do you have to go to school? Can you stay home?
So I don't want to
tonight?
ruin this. This link will also be in the description. But this is R. Kelly's brother, Kerry Kelly. And in this interview, he makes claims and statements that his sister, Teresa Kelly, molested him and R. Kelly when they were both real young, about 5, 6, 7 years old. So I really recommend this interview. He talks about some real stuff, and there's some things that we all need to think about. You know, from listening to this interview and watching this new documentary that everybody's talking about, um, you know, we need to talk about this. We got a lot of pain, and we got a lot of sickness, and we need to get over this. And we're not gonna get over this by steady hiding from it. So I'll probably do a video after I do a little bit more research on Teresa Kelly. But R. Kelly's brother says he was molested. He believes R. Kelly was molested. Like I say, this is an interview with Tasha K. She's a pretty popular vlogger, and I'll have a link to that in the description. It's an hour, and in this hour, this man spills his soul. He gets emotional several times. Um, and like I say, I'm not even gonna ruin it. I'm not gonna tell the story for him. Watch the video. It is in the link. And the last video I'm gonna just talk about one more video that I highly recommend. This video with Michael Jackson and Bubbles. Michael Jackson and Bubbles, the untold story. Watching this video and watching all these things about R. Kelly and just thinking about what a predator is, how predators act, how predators behave. Michael Jackson didn't really fit a lot of that description. He might have just been reared in a very special way. And I'm having second thoughts about Michael Jackson. Maybe, you don't believe the hype. Never believe the media. Anyway, I'm going to sign off. I think I put enough important news in this video today. Y'all have a great Sunday. And Sunday is the first day of the week, so make it a great week, man. Let's learn to do better. Live up to them New Year's resolutions. Even if you slipped off, you can pick them back up. Have a great day.